everybody. Hope everyone's doing fine. It's Christmas time, so a lot of people are making cookies. I'm going to make chocolate Kringles. I've never had them before, and I found a recipe. I thought it was pretty good. Looked pretty good, so I'm going to make that. The first thing that you reheat your oven to 350, and you melt your 4 ounces of bittersweet chocolate. So I used baker's chocolate, so I melted it, and you're supposed to let it cool. So I let it cool. I did it like 45 seconds in the microwave, increments of 45 seconds. Then it got down to 30 seconds, and anyway, it's cooled down. Okay, so in one bowl, I have it's a half a cup of cocoa. Mine, I put it through the what do you call it? The sifter. I sifted it because there were a few lumps, so I sifted it. So it's a half a cup of cocoa and 1.5 cups of flour. Now the cocoa, I used Hershey's cocoa. There's the Hershey's cocoa. You can see. Now we need 1.5 cups of flour. This is just great value flour. Half. Okay. And 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. It's a Baker's Corner from Aldi's. And this has some little lumps in it, so I'm just squishing it up. Okay, and then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And you whisk that together. I hope these taste good. They look good. Sounds good. I can't believe I've never had one. Chocolate Crinkle. Crinkle. Okay, so it's all mixed up. Set that over there. Now we need 1/2 cup of butter, so a stick of butter. It's room temperature. And it says 1 cup of dark brown sugar. I don't have dark brown sugar. I have light brown sugar, so I'm going to have to use this. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to pack it down really good. Oh, my hands hurt. Stick of butter and a cup of brown sugar, and we're going to cream that. Okay, and it calls for 2 eggs. So 2 large eggs. I always open the eggs in or put them in a bowl. That way if there's any eggshells in there. I see it. Okay, looks good. And 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. So this is a 1/2 teaspoon, so it says 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna add our flour mix. Stir it a little bit first. And spill it. Add your bittersweet, add your chocolate with it. Okay, now that we got it almost done and messed up, let's add some. Okay, now let's start over. It's okay. I'll fix it. Can't be that much worse, but now it's going to be really runny. Let's see. Okay. Oops, I get that out of there. Okay. Now we're cooking. Try this again. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay, so you're supposed to use a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Seems like I'll need more than a 1/2 cup, but I'll start with a 1/2 cup. It's close enough, it doesn't matter. So I have some parchment paper I'm gonna use. Crinkle, crunch it up when you don't have the problems with it. Okay, so a heaping tablespoon. There we go. And there's what it's looks like for now. I'm gonna do 3 across and probably 5 down. It says 2 inches apart, but yeah. I thought this would be more runny with the chocolate in it, but it's not. Or, sticky, but it's not. Do 2. Okay, so this is what you do. Just roll all your dough up. Okay, so I'm just going to do 1 cookie sheet for now because my sister's coming. It says you can keep it 4 days. You can probably keep it longer if you freeze it. I don't know if you can freeze it. I'm just saying what it says on the recipe. So that way I'll have some fresh cookies. And I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to, and peanut butter cookies, and you press it down one way, press it down another way. I'm going to do a couple like that just because I like that look. Actually, I'm going to do 6 of them like that. And compare. And I'm going to do one more. Looks really pretty. If you can see what that looks like. Looks kind of pretty. Okay, supposed to refrigerate this, chill them for 30 minutes, and then bake them 350 for 9 to 11 minutes, then cool them 3 minutes. So, okay, so I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to put them in the oven, and we'll see what they look like when they're done. Okay, it's been a half an hour, so I've got my cookies, and I'm going to put them in the oven 350 for about, 9 to 11 minutes. So I'll be back. Set my timer. Set it for 9 minutes and then I'll check them. Okay, so at 11 minutes, I took one cookie out. I don't know if you can see it there. And I thought, I'm going to leave the other ones in. So I left the other ones in for 4 more minutes. If nothing else, they'll just be crispier. But anyway, so I'm going to take them out now. So here we go. Here's what they look like. And it says to let them cool for 3 minutes. So I'll just let them sit for 3 minutes. Okay, so here's the cookies. They cooled for 3 minutes. And I have my pretty plates. These are Pioneer Woman plates. And I just thought they were so pretty, and I got them half price a couple years ago. I know you're probably thinking, oh, just pick them up with your fingers, but this way, if you have a cookie at my house, once it's been baked, I haven't touched it. So if you're a germaphobe, you don't have to worry about that because I didn't touch them. And if I do, I'll use, plastic bag or, a baggie or something. So here's this plate. And then isn't that a pretty plate? Oh, these are so pretty. I bought them to put, this is like a meringue pie plate. And the other one's a pumpkin pie plate. I was hoping you'd notice the powdered sugar. I mean, you notice it, but I was hoping it would be whiter. But it's been absorbed. I mean, there was lots of powdered sugar on it. But that's okay, because now I think about it, you know how powdered sugar gets all over your fingers. So this is actually good. Okay, so there you have it. Crinkle cookies. These are, I used a fork to press them down, both ways. Like a peanut butter cookie and these. So I'm going to try one of these. I'm going to try one of these. I forget which one I took out early. They're kind of like a brownie, but not, because a brownie is fudgier. And they're good, but it's like they need something else. And I wouldn't leave them in the extra 4 minutes, because I know for sure that I didn't leave these in. I left these in longer. I mean, it's okay. My family likes, they're not hard by any means. In fact, maybe it's perfect. But even though it has a rich chocolate flavor, but it's missing something. I would probably add a half teaspoon of salt maybe instead of a quarter teaspoon. They smell wonderful, but they don't taste as rich as they smell. So I think if I made them again, I'd add a little bit more salt, and you could maybe put a cherry, one of the candied cherries or a maraschino cherry in the middle like you would a peanut butter blossom, and or maybe a little icing on them would help. Or melt some chocolate, some Dove chocolate or something, and put it on top as an icing. They're good. They're just and they smell wonderful. They're good, just not as good as I thought they would be. And maybe that's all the better they'll be. I don't know. But anyway, there you have it, the chocolate crinkle cookie. And I checked a lot of recipes. A lot of them used oil. I wanted butter in mine. So anyway, they're good enough. I mean, if you want something sweet, they're good enough, and they're better than what you're going to get, at a grocery store, definitely. But I would maybe melt some chocolate and put that on top or something like that. Okay, so maybe you'll try them and find something else that can be added to them to give them just a little bit more flavor. Or maybe it's me and I just don't taste what I should be tasting in them. Okay, so if you get a chance to try them, good luck, and hope you have a nice holiday. So I'll see you next time. Bye.